here at the Divine Food Slaughterhouse. So today is Friday, and we slaughtered about almost 40-50 lambs, and we'll be doing about maybe 2-3 cows today. And everything is hand slaughtered by a Muslim in the name of Allah. This is a pork-free facility, and it's a Muslim-owned, Muslim-operated, and also we are riba-free as well. We've been in business for about 13 years, and we've been working very hard to make halal meat available and affordable for you. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Afzal. I'm the CEO of Divine Foods. About to go into the slaughterhouse and do some work.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Muhammad Iqbal.
Okay, assalamu alaikum y'all. We're here at the Divine Foods Slaughterhouse. So over here it's a 25-acre property, and we have refrigerated trucks. So this is one of them, and we have, there's one right there. There it is right there. It's being loaded to go out for delivery. And we have fresh meat that was slaughtered today. They'll be going out to butcher shops in Dallas, Texas. Fresh lambs, and you'll see this is our meat division, Divine Meats, and we're over here in Ferris, Texas, off of Mars Road. We're not open to the public. We only supply the butcher shops. This bag of meat will be going for Texas King, and it's a USDA-Inspected, federally inspected, and it is sheep heart and liver. One of the ways you can identify our carcasses, you can see the Divine Meat stamp on the tag. It's a green tag, or it could be a yellow tag. This is Gabriel. He's one of our drivers. He picks up animals, he delivers meat, he does a little bit of everything. He buys animals.
I do a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Awesome.
Thanks, Gabriel. This is our processing area. As I said, we're not open to the public, and we're not a butcher shop, we're a slaughterhouse. So there may be orders, if we do any orders that may be for commercial business, HRI, hotels, restaurants, and institutions. But it's a very small sector of our business, and it's a very small sector, it's not a major sector of our business. This is our cooler. This is fresh meat from today. So you can see here, every customer wants their meat slightly differently. So these were sheep that were slaughtered today, about 10 or 15 of them, and the customer wants it cut in half. Here's one half, and here's the other half over here. Over here you can see this lamb. This lamb right here. So you can see here, this is a 62-pound lamb. So this is an extra large lamb. Over here, these are what we call burn goats. So it's about a 23-pound goat, and basically we have customers maybe from Nepal or maybe from Nigeria who want not just the feet with skin, but they want actually the whole carcass with skin. So it's actually a very unique process, and you can see it's under federal inspection. And you can see it's just a regular goat carcass, but it's gone through a process where we have singed the hairs, and the skin is an organ, and it's an edible item. As the processor told us, don't waste even a morsel of food. So any customer that requests a carcass with the skin, we will fulfill that request. These are what we sell most of. So last year we did about 27,000 lambs, and this is a 23.6-pound lamb. 27,000 goats and lambs. It's a mix, depends on the customer what they want. And so this is a 23.6-pound carcass. You can see under federal inspection. So this one has a little bit of fat content on it. This one you can see is a little bit leaner. This was fresh slaughtered. It's actually very, very fresh off the line. And you can see this is like a 32-pound carcass. You can see it's a real nice, good bone to meat ratio, and it's a real nice pink color. Actually, it'll get a little bit pinker tomorrow. Here's another really nice pink one right here. This is what we call double muscle. You can see the muscle is really nice and chunky. And it's really nice, healthy lamb. You can tell by the bone to meat ratio right over here. And this is a very lean carcass. We have some customers that may want something with a little bit more fat content. So that's what we would call a lean lamb or lean goat. And this is what we would call a fatty goat or a fatty lamb. In this row here, these are all lambs. And we have different sizes, so the size categories vary from medium size in the 30s and small sizes in the 20s. And down here you can see we got like even smaller lambs. Today's production was predominantly lamb. Here's a 17-pound whole carcass, a whole lamb, 17-pound whole lamb. Here's another one, really nice and pink. These are what they call baby lambs. Really nice, and the meat is extremely tender. Over here we have some beef. This was freshly slaughtered, and this one is about a 74-pound carcass. And this is what they call a hind quarter. We take the cows and we split it up into 4 pieces. And so over here we have, this is one of the pieces. This is called a front quarter. And this is what they call a hind quarter. And that's half the cow. And then you have another hind quarter and another front quarter right here. We are zero waste, eco-friendly. So we save everything. These are the intestines from the lambs. This is the small intestine, and this is the large intestine. And our facility processes everything. Production, fresh lamb heart. These are the livers from today. Fresh lamb liver. And fresh lamb heart. And then there's a spleen as well. So we don't throw anything away. We keep everything from the animal. It goes through USDA inspection, and then we process it, package it, and ship it to the butcher shops. These are fresh goat or lamb livers. Fresh from today, freshly processed. These are fresh goat or lamb stomachs. We don't use bleach on our products. All we do is process them. They still have to go through one more stage of cleaning, but this is when the stomach contents have been emptied, and these are what they call a green stomach. In other words, it's natural, and it's unbleached goat or lamb stomach. This is fresh beef liver for today's production. These are beef kidneys. This is beef spleen. This is a beef heart. And when the inspectors inspect the heart specifically at our slaughterhouse versus going to other slaughterhouses, non-Muslim slaughterhouses where they do a non-halal process, they say that they can notice the difference when there's less blood in the heart where we hand slaughter the cattle opposed to where they do some type of study method at the other slaughterhouse. This is like flank meat. This is like the tenderloin. This is the rib cage. These are the back legs. And so you can see it's got a very heavy yellow fat. This is something that they very much in their culture. This is the type of meat that they prefer. A nice, good, fat, heavy fat content. Older, meat is a little bit tougher. Female cow. This is another cow. This one's already been processed. This one is in process right now. And you can see our butcher is here, and he's going through the gutting process. Over here, this cow was hand slaughtered in our facility. There's one cow we have over there. There's another cow in the cradle. And here's a third cow on the production line. You can see over here, this one has already been partially skinned. Here's the skin from this one, and it's still in the process of being skinned. Here's another one that's in process. There's at a different stage of the skinning process. This is what they call a skinning cradle, and this is a hoist, a chain hoist. This is another cradle, and this is another cow, and this is our slaughtering area. We missed the slaughter today. I'll come back another day, another time, and we can show you in person myself hand slaughtering the cows. How are you doing today? Very good. Okay, how you doing? Not bad. Making videos. First. Take it down. That'll work. So this is the skinning process. We're going through the skinning process. One of our Muslim butchers, Kareem. Zakura. This is the cow tongue, what they call oxtail. This is the cow heart. Actually in America under inspection, it's not allowed to sell heart. So this will get inspected for any kind of sickness and disease in the animal. But at the end of the day, this is not an item that can end up in the liver. Again, here is a fresh cow heart that's been already inspected. Here's a cow tail, an ox tail. These are the two kidneys. Here's the liver, cow liver, and here is the cow spleen. This is the cow tongue. It's still attached, but it's been partially eviscerated. This is portion from the neck. The head is upside down, and it's been partially skinned. This is an inspection station for the inspector to go through the next step of the inspection process. A head is a very critical step in the USDA inspection process. Here's another head right here. Also, the head has been partially eviscerated, and the inspector is currently in the process of inspecting this head. This one is at an earlier stage. It's been removed from the carcass, but it is still needs to be de-skinned and needs to be presented to the USDA inspector so that before these items can be sold, they have to be inspected by the USDA inspector. They look at different aspects of the head. They look at certain signs for disease. They look at the teeth. They look at the teeth for age dentition. There's a way that they can tell a system that they have by looking at the teeth to determine if it's less than 30 months or more than 30 months old. And they look at certain glands to look and see if there's any worms or if there's any diseases in the cow. And if the animal is not fit for consumption, it cannot come to the market. This is a beef stomach. It's in the process of being washed. The stomach contents have been removed, and it's going to go at one stage of the cleaning process. It'll go to another stage, but it will not be bleached. We do not do bleached stomach. Everything we do is what they call green stomach or unbleached stomach. A cow has several different stomachs, and those are some of them. And this is another part of the stomach. It's still in the process of the cleaning. Kind of gross, and it's at a pretty gross stage. But I believe this is what they call a moss stomach, if I'm not mistaken. It's honeycomb tripe is what this is called. And it's at a certain stage of the cleaning process. So today's Friday is Jummah. We started at about 5 a.m. and it's about noon right now, so I need to go and freshen up and get ready for Jummah. And it's going to be time to pray. We do Jummah here for the handful of Muslim staff. Usually I pray at Irving at the Islamic Center of Irving. I've been there since 2009 in that community. Thank you for visiting the Divine Foods Clubhouse.